Hey Leo, it's Meg with Padmes, and I'm doing your mid-month love reading for May 18 through 24. And I'm calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light, because I don't want to talk to anyone else. And I'm calling in Archangel Gabriel, just asking for messages for Leo, love messages for Leo for May 18 through 24. And this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placements. Here we go, Leo. What kind of energy is around you? This is what we're doing. We are looking at the situation. We're looking at your energy around the situation. We're looking at the energy of the person that you're thinking of, their energy around the situation. We're looking at the connection between the two of you. And then we're going to look at energy that you don't see coming. So this is the energy of the situation. And this is your energy, Leo. This is the energy of the person that you're thinking of. And this is the energy between the two of you, the connection. And this is the energy that you don't see coming, perhaps this month, in relation to this situation. So the first card that we get is this King of Wands. So the King of Wands is a sexy king. This is sexual, energized, lots of vitality type, masculine energy, doing energy. So this is action-oriented, inspired energy. And the next card for this situation has to do with kind of like dropping your guard, somebody's dropping their guard. Any kind of protection that they had up, they are kind of trusting the universe or surrendering to the universe and just letting something fly or letting something go. And this is reciprocity. So this might be between the two of you. Both of you might be action-oriented. Leo, this is a lot of fiery energy. This is like, oh, I'm just letting it go. I'm just going with it, going with the flow, going with the energy. And it seems like both of you are giving and receiving this energy. Let's take a look at your energy around the situation, Leo. Okay, so Leo, you're talking about some heartbreak. You're talking about disappointment, perhaps past disappointment, but this is touching on those feels. It's almost like I've been doing this, I've, had this in my field for so long that I'm just like letting this fly, letting this go. I'm just going with the flow and letting this happen, whatever this is. And here's some unfinished business. So this does feel like there's some unfinished heart healing that's still taking place. This also makes me feel like this very well could be heart healing, yet at the same time triggering what was stirred up from the past. It's like it's healing, and it's also, I don't want to say re-traumatizing, but it's healing, and it's also, there's a fear of being hurt coming up, but that's all in part of healing it. Yeah, there's this disappointment, Leo, that you're like, no, I don't want to face it. I don't want to face disappointment. Okay, so this is your person that you're thinking of and how they are feeling. Interesting. They're kind of feeling similar. They have heartbreak too. They've been lied to in the past. They've been lied to in the past, and it's water under the bridge. Like, it's from a long time ago, it seems like. But there's definitely been some sneaky monkey business on their side in their life. And right, this is them feeling intrinsically like they can't trust themselves, or they question themselves. They have self-doubt because somebody has led them to self-doubt. Somebody has kind of messed with them, messed with their feelings, messed with their emotions, messed with what they knew or thought was true, right? And created like some really messed up dynamics here. They also, like, they had resources that were drained from them because of this. So this is pretty much a doozy of a situation. Both of you are coming with your own things, but also being able to surrender to the universe. It's like, this is exactly the way I feel when things happen. They're not random. Things happen for a reason. You meet people for a reason. And this is one of those things. Let's look at the connection. You know, for some reason, this connection would be what both of you are, I want to even say intending. Both of you know that you're not manifesting together. Like maybe this is a time and place. We'll clarify all of this too, and we'll get some advice at the end, Leo. But there's something about both of you knowing that this isn't, I even want to say it's not going to go far. Like there's something that's happening that you know things are going to shift and change at some point. Let's look at what's coming at you that you don't see, Leo. And here's some slow and steady building of a foundation here. And I feel like this is part of this healing that's happening. And then here, I feel like this has to do with what you're not bringing forward. You're not manifesting together because you're on different pages. This is interesting too. When I say that, I hear different pages of the world, and I even see an atlas. It almost feels like you're literally in two different places. Like somebody actually might even be traveling somewhere. But yeah, and then here is this not giving your heart or not giving your cup of love. Let's get some clarification on all of this, Leo. All right. Let's first take a look at this King of Wands. I want to call him the harbinger. He's like the bringer of lust. Somebody is coming at you like a big black kahuna. All right. Yeah. Somebody's like, let's hook it up. Let's just not worry about all of this other stuff and let's live for the moment right now. Well, let's get some clarification on this Nine of Wands reversed. Yeah, let's hook it up. The Lovers. And let's look at this reciprocity, right? It's like we're not worried about leveling up this commitment. It's like we both know what this is. And we can decide we are two consenting adults. We can do whatever we want. All right, I want to look at this Three of Swords for you, Leo. What's going on here with this Three of Swords? This is about taking, this is like, I'm not going to settle and I'm not going to take this offer, but it's reversed. It's like, I'm going to go ahead and take this offer of love. So this disappointment in the past for love is being crossed with choosing love anyway. I love it. Here's this unfinished business or this unresolved healing or this incomplete healing. I want to say there's healing that's been done, healing that's happened, but it's still happening, and this is part of it. This is part of that process. Yeah, this is part of helping you emotionally move on and move forward from this disappointment in the past. Let's learn more about this past stuff. Yeah, this is like, I need to really let that go, really let that be in the past. I need to walk away from it. I need to really clear this up and no longer regret my decisions. Move forward, onward and upward, Leo. Okay, let's take a look at your person that you're thinking of and what they're going through. They've done something similar. They might even be in more of a process than you right now with kind of holding on to, I even want to say baggage, but holding on to that past. I mean, water under the bridge, but this is past betrayal. So they're still moving through that, getting through that, figuring out what that was and how that happened. I even want to say there's some cognitive dissonance there. It's like they still don't believe it. Like, how did that happen? How did I think it was this way, but it was this other way? Let's take a look at this Queen of Pentacles. It's like, how can I ever trust myself again? Yeah, and there's a lot of grief there. There's a lot of sadness with this person. This is anxiety because there's fear of being able to trust. This is also fear of abandonment. See, this fear of somebody walking away. I also want to say, like, abandon people so that they do it first, so that it doesn't happen to them again. This created some, dysfunctional dynamics, and that's what this person might do. But here's the Queen of Wands. So the King of Wands came up first. Now they're saying they see you as the Queen of Wands. So I think that there's a lot of fear here because they're seeing a couple. They're seeing a divine couple. They're seeing you as the person that matches them, yet there might be some agreement, or there's some kind of mutual connection where this is not going forward into the future. Let's and this is some fast and furious alchemical energy. This is like as above, so below, as within, so without. Like, there's a lot of sparks here. This could, this could be fast and furious. It could be a fast break. Let's get another clarifier on that. But there's a lot of fast communication, and it's not necessarily talking, if you get me. All right. Yeah. Then there's kind of like this fogging out of the masculine energy. There's this fogging out, like head in the sand, like all of a sudden I can't identify my emotions and I can't communicate about them. So somebody gets freaked out, and it's like they take some distance. They take some distance, but then they surrender to the universe. So it's like they may take some distance. It's like, it's like this 8. It comes back around, it comes back. But they fog out and freak out, and then they let the universe bring them back in. Let's take a look at this. This might be this too, like this process of healing happening, but then this break, it just doesn't seem like it's forever, the break, I mean. So let's see. Again, we're not on the same page. It's like somebody's trying to qualify this and clarify this. Somebody's trying to not make excuses, but just like, this is how it is. This feeling is somebody is scared to be abandoned. So they're like being defensive. And, oh, these two came out. All right. Here's the Temperance, but it's reversed. It's like, I still can't get enough of you. So I'm not trying to balance this right now. Or it's like they try to, but then they come back. But there's this feeling of possibly being not balanced because they know where this is going ultimately. It's difficult to know what the outcome is for them somehow. But this is, this is chasing. This is still continuing to come back and not be quiet. It's like continuing to come back and then talk and let out some. I feel like this is like real emotional stuff, except they're not necessarily speaking it, they're acting it out, if you get me. So let's take a look at some advice, Leo. Advice for Leo, please. Archangel Gabriel. Here's the 9 of Cups reversed. So crazy. This is the third time this has shown up. Here's the 9 of Cups. Here's the 9 of Cups. Here's the 9 of Cups. It's like your advice, Leo, is to also recognize that there's something here where it's like literally my wishes aren't coming into fruition. Like I'm not on the same page. We are not on the same page, but we already know that. We already know that. I even can sense and feel that there's not ever going to be a break. This can be a long-term connection, even if whatever is going on right now ends. There can still be like checking in on each other, it seems like, and it being very amicable. Like, here's the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is like this longevity coming into play. It's like there's a certain type of this healing that's happening here. There's a certain type of understanding, mutual understanding that healing's happening for both of you. There's a real caring. I want to say affinity for each other, but there's this, that's true too, but there's this real caring about how the other is doing, both of you. One more advice for Leo. And here's the Page of Wands, right? This is about keeping the door open. You keep the door open for each other. There's a healing that's happening here that is absolutely not random. This is like kind of like soul tribe, but also stuff that we decide, souls, we are going to meet in this life, and we decide on that before we even get here. And this is one of those situations. There's a softness here. There's a love here. There's a real deep, genuine caring here. Wow, Leo. Let me know how this resonated with you. Like and subscribe, and I'll be back in a couple of days. Thanks, Leo.